Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to another episode of KLA Sports. I'm your host, Kyle Alexander, and as you can see, we got a new backdrop now. Try to look more official. And I know I haven't uploaded in a while. It's just been with the coronavirus outbreak, and I hope everybody's doing safe and fine in their home. But with this outbreak and the online school, I've been busy, and I know NFL's been busy too with free agency. So that's why in this video, I'm going to talk about like the different team. I'm gonna go team by team and talk about their free agency review, like the additions, losses, and like what they're looking like overall in terms of the draft the next season. I'm gonna break this up into divisions. So right now I'm gonna start with the AFC North. Then I'm gonna do the NFC North, and AFC East, and NFC East, and so on. And I'm gonna go by like division leaders last year. So first team up is the Baltimore Ravens, and I will pop up on the screen right here. So the Ravens have added defensive end Calais Campbell in a trade with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they also were able to keep edge piece Matthew Judon with the franchise tag. Now Campbell, he's a great veteran leader who's still consistent. He's still great at getting the pressure on the QB, and he adds that veteran presence in the locker room that the Ravens like in a lot of players. So I think that was a good move from the Ravens, and they only gave up a fifth-round draft pick, so they didn't give up that much. They didn't really give up anything for this Pro Bowl defensive end. Then you got Matthew Judon, who is a rising edge rusher, had a breakout year last year. I know most Ravens fans wanted to keep him, and they do have to use a franchise tag, but any means necessary. Now the losses, Ravens lost a couple players. They lost guard Marshall Yonder to retirement. They lost tight end Hayden Hurst in the Falcons trade, but they got a second round draft pick out of it. So I don't think that was too bad. The only thing I didn't like about it was that the Ravens broke up the big three tight end group. But at the same time, when you got Mark Andrews and Nick Boyle, I think you had room to trade one of the players, at least Hayden Hurst. And the Falcons just lost Austin Hooper, and you know how especially with how the tight end market is. So Austin Hooper got offered a big contract with the Cleveland Browns, and the Falcons didn't really have a lot of cap space. So they said, "Hey, all right, we'll let him walk, and then we'll trade for Hayden Hurst, who's the younger guy, more affordable option, who's still on his rookie deal. He's a good tight end, and he'll definitely have his chance to shine in Atlanta, and I think he's gonna have a breakout year." Ravens also lost defensive tackle Michael Pierce as he signed with the Minnesota Vikings. The thing about him is he's a great and underrated run stopper, but the Ravens were okay with letting him go because they were talking about revamping the D line and the defensive front, and their main thing was getting pressure on the QB. And Pierce isn't known for that. He's more of a guy who stuffs the middle, stops the run. He doesn't really get pressure on the QB. Whereas you got Calais Campbell, now you could either put him or Brandon Williams back at D tackle, and then bam, you're able to get more pressure on the QB. Then we got two linebackers, linebacker Patrick Wasu, who signed with the Jets, and linebacker Josh Bonds, who signed with the Bengals. Now they're in Baltimore. They are both good rotational linebackers, especially with the blitz, and that's why it was I say it was a pretty considerable loss considering the Ravens needed a linebacker. But I mean, again, you can get better. And also, last player is defensive tackle Michael Brockers, who had a failed contract. He was set to sign in Baltimore, and then it was an ankle injury that he had last year, and they were trying to renegotiate the contract, and it just fell through. And now he re-signed with the Rams. Ravens also re-signed cornerback Jimmy Smith, who on a one-year deal. I don't know how that slipped my mind, but he's a nice veteran player. Gives them keeps them that depth at corner, and mainly DB in general, but corner, and like I said, that veteran presence as the Ravens, and that gives them the Ravens third corner as they look for another corner probably in the draft, because I don't really think the Ravens then the front office trust Anthony Averett or Amar Marshall to be like that third or fourth corner. So yeah, bringing Jimmy Smith back was a good move. So I don't know how that slipped my mind, but all right. So in conclusion, I say the Ravens have had a pretty good off season. I'll give them an A. Ravens beefed up the D line, able to get pass rush up the middle with Calais Campbell and Brandon Williams. And they now got 2 second-round draft picks after the Hayden Hurst trade. Now, a lot of Ravens are most likely getting Kenneth Murray or Patrick Queen with their first round pick. So, a couple things Ravens could do. They could package those 2 second-round picks to move up and get another first-round pick. Or, honestly, they could just get, what I would do, just get a receiver and an edge in the second round. Pair somebody up with Matt Judon, an outside linebacker. Or maybe Ferguson can break out, but, you could draft somebody and then just have a position battle, and also get a receiver in the second round. I would try and get the receiver with the second round pick, because the receivers are going to be gone. Or, no, you could get edge, because, there's a lot of good receivers in this draft. It's a loaded class. Like Brandon Ayuk, maybe. I don't think he's going to be there. T. Higgins is most likely a first rounder, but you got players like Van Jefferson, might be a little too high, but Van Jefferson, not bad. You got, it's a stacked receiver class, so the Ravens have options. Alright, that is it for this episode of KLA Sports. Next, I will be doing the Steelers offseason review. And, that's it. So, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will talk to you guys next time.